Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazi here. My hair is actually a bit of a mess, didn't notice that, but we're getting ready to leave for the Race to World first, casting for Liquid on Sunday. But before we do that, a couple of videos coming out. This is number one. This video is going to be covering the buffs that are coming to Warlock on Tuesday, which were announced earlier today. Some sims, general talk about what's going to be good in the raid with these changes probably, and then looking at something we discovered today on stream. You can call it the sandbag, you can call it whatever. If you think back to Shadowlands, remember how Doomguard was busted at the start of Shadowlands? We've sandbagged long enough. Doomguard is busted again. Not Demo Doomguard, the Ritual of Doom Doomguard. So we're going to look at that today, talk about both. It probably won't last, but it's already out there in logs, so Liz might be aware of it. We'll see if it lasts or not. If it lasts, though, you're probably going to want to do it once every hour, but we'll get to that. The website also, for y'all that are looking or concerned, whatever, kalamazi.gg. If you want to bookmark it or whatever, it has indeed been updated every day for the raid. By the time this video comes out, all the builds of the raid should be updated as well. If you're looking for up-to-date, things to import, export, all that kind of stuff, it should be there for you under the Bar Palace section. I am leaving for the race tomorrow, Sunday, whatever. But the website will be up to date, all that stuff. As far as it goes throughout the race, I'll be maintaining it. At the same time, I'll be streaming from California as well. Yeah, I'm on Twitch. Yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, so for those that are wondering, here are the changes that are coming to Warlock on Tuesday on Reset, and they're a little interesting. So Demonology is getting a buff to Demon Bolt, the token Demon Bolt buff every patch. Pack of the Era Druid, which is the Doomguard you get. Also to clarify, when I said Doomguard to start the video, I'm not talking about this Doomguard. I'm talking about the Ritual of Doom Doomguard. So put that aside for now. This change here, however, is buffing just the Doomguard from Doom. It's Doom, Improved Doom, whatever, and the Doomguard at the bottom. And the Demo tree is being buffed by 45%. I think it's around 2.5% of your damage. It's probably like 4 now, 4.2 give or take. Sort of whatever, but there's that. The Felguard also is being increased by 15%. We're not sure if this means both Felguard and Grimoire Felguard or just baseline Felguard. It might make Demonic Strength worth casting in single target again. It might change the build a little bit there from Imp Gang Boss back to Demonic Strength. We'll see where it goes, but regardless, it's buffed to Demo. It needed some here and there. They could have done it a million different ways, but whatever, it's fine. Destruction, all abilities increased by 6%, and then Dimensional Rift and CDF increased by 40% respectively as well. Now the problem is, I don't really know what she would do here when it comes to even if they buffed Rift or whatever. I don't know what you really would do as far as swapping talents to relevant Rift talents in the bottom of the Destro tree. If Rift is better than Soulfire, you'd play it regardless, but I don't think a 40% buffed Rift is going to be worthwhile or enough. Maybe it is. I don't know. We'll see where it goes in Sims. You can probably move this point and this point over here. I'm not really even sure. But either way, it's there. We'll see if it ends up being worthwhile. The buff to CDF, it's not going to beat out Shadowburn. Shadowburn is doing insane damage. I really doubt anything comes close to beating out Shadowburn. I've been playing CDF in my Hellcaller dungeon build, so it's a bit of an increase there, but that's basically it. Might be wondering what these buffs actually do and what they mean. So when it comes to actual sims for this, there were some damage. This is basically posted in a lock Discord. You can run these sims with these taken into account. Destro is a flat 6% aura buff. So within reason, you can just take Destro's current sim, which is 1.3 million, and see what 6% of that is, and add it on. Within reason, right? I can't sim these. I'm not smart enough to do it, but they'll be out somewhere at some point. But either way, so Affliction's current sim, we can look at Simcraft here. Bit of a flashbang, sorry. Is sitting right about here. 1.387, which is about what this sim is showing here as well. I ran it on my own. This is base profile, all that kind of stuff. The 0.1 thousand DPS, whatever, not a big deal. Fluctuates. Demo Soul Harvester is sitting here. Demo Diabolist sitting right here. I've seen Diabolist pulling ahead of Soul Harvester in some sims currently. I don't know what's causing that exactly. I've heard some bugs. I've heard some bugs being fixed. I've heard some new builds. It changes every single day at this point. I don't know. I don't care if we look into it right now because busy doing other things. But regardless, Demo's sitting right about here, and Destro's down here with Diabolist pulling ahead of Hellcaller recently. Now, I have sims. These are just advanced sims. But so the current AF sim with BIS profile is sitting at 1.386 million DPS. The Demo sim pre-buff is 1.334. To show the breakdown here, everything. This is Soul Harvester, not Diabolist, which is taking, this sim here, which is the same as this sim, actually, same numbers roughly. Post buff, as long as the things that are put in the lock Discord are right, same profile is applied, you're looking at 1.374. If the Felgar buff does indeed affect Grimoire Felgar as well, you're looking at this. We're not sure if it will or won't. About a 40k jump in damage. So compared to AF, you're looking at about 12k favoring AF still, but it's much closer, which is interesting. And as far as Destro is concerned, you have basically a 1.3 million sim. 6% of 1.3 million is 76,000, I think, give or take. So honestly, when I ran the math on my own, this is a pre-buff, like pre this for Destro. I got the exact same results numerically as this. So it looks like Destro is sitting at 1.374 post buff, roughly give or take. Demo's here as well, and AF's ahead by a tiny bit. Now it's cool seeing all three specs having about the same overall damage numbers. You can play different specs, varying damage profiles, but unfortunately, Destro and Demo aren't doing the best for overall stats in the raid. This is a bit skewed. I think Demo's better than this by a little bit. Just AF is being played everywhere because it's better, and Destro's sort of down here. Now, unfortunately, from what I understand, Fury, Outlaw, Arcane, and Enhance got really minor nerfs today. I think this is going to be a really interesting patch for the raid. It's probably one of the worst balanced patches we've seen in a very long time for classes. Some of these classes have been a little high for a couple months now and haven't really had anything changed, barring minor nerfs here and there. So we'll see where it goes. Lock seems pretty close in overall sims, but the big thing is damage profiles vary a lot, right? So when it comes to looking at Lock and Heroic, you see a bit of Locks playing Demo on Olgrax. Besides that, Destro here, there's that. A lot of AF and Bloodbound, Sikron, Roshanon, some Demo up here. Destro parse as well, and the rest is basically AF, barring Breed Twister having a couple of Diabolist parses in here. Also a Demo on Queen and Shrek. But a lot of this is about damage profiles, right? So when it comes to Olgrax and Roshanon and Brood Twister, where you see a bit more Demo play, a lot of that is due to Cleave, Ag Cleave. In the intermission, a million little ads running around that die to the Meat Grinder. The melee Meat Grinder, people can AoE, do whatever, and there's that. To a similar extent, on Roshanon, the ads spawn, you can implode them all. But the thing is, when it comes to relevant damage in a progression-based setting, comparatively to a padding, whatever-based setting, parsing setting, they're two very different things, right? When it comes to Roshanon and Olgrax, you don't need damage on these ads. They die to the Meat Grinder regardless really fast. If you want to parse, yeah, padding on them and, trying to get big damage, sure, it'll help you parse. But is that relevant damage in a prog setting? Not really. Unless the ads need big damage on them, they hurt really bad for some reason, you can just play AF. AF does more damage. If you filter by boss damage, the more relevant damage on these fights, there's no Demo here. There's no Demo here. There's no Demo here, and there's no Demo here. Now, I'm not saying Demo is bad, but when you're looking at, current AF sims being 1.39 and current Demo, pre-buff being 1.3, you might get a better stat cleave profile as Demonology, which leads to more pad. But the relevant prog-based damage on these fights, before the buff, still lies in Affliction. AF can bring fine cleave on these fights. Not as good as Demo stat cleave with strength and, meteors of your Diabolist and Implosion and all that, but it's not bad, right? But after the buffs, you might see Demonology being played as the #1 spec on Olgrax because of how close they're going to be in single target. And there's different damage windows, minute Tyrant versus 2-minute Dark Lair. To be fair, you have minute Sora windows, but it sort of depends. So you might see a 40k jump is it's pretty close to Demonology or to Destro. Sorry. Jeez. It's pretty close to AF if this number is indeed correct. If it's this close, yeah, you might see Demonology overtake AF on Olgrax and maybe Roshanon, depending on what happens, and possibly Breed Twister. Anshrex were up in the air, but that stat cleave profile with solid single target does change things a bit. Is it going to beat out AF on Silken Court? No. Beat it out on Nexus Princess? Probably not. Is it going to beat it out on Sikron? Probably not. And Bloodbound? I doubt it. But it brings things a lot closer. And to a similar extent, if Destro is doing the exact same thing as Demo, right about here, you might see a bit of Destro play on certain fights. I think actual Queen Anshrek could be a good Destro fight. But the problem is not just that, the problem is that when it comes to tuning this tier, I think things are going to be a bit skewed a bit. This is not the best tuning they've done for a raid release. Some things are a little off. Classes feel good, I think. I mean, or at least Lock feels good, but, you know, there's a lot of classes in the middle ground here that feel fine. I think Aflock's a good example of what a class should probably be around in single target and cleave and all that. But then you've got classes that are 200k ahead for some reason, or, you know, maybe a little bit more than that for reasons unknown that haven't been tuned very much, or if they were tuned, they got a minor nerf of 1%. So there's that. Not saying it from like an angle of jealousy, just an angle of like, I don't know why they are like that, but hey, you know, we'll see where that goes. Either way, should be interesting for you weeks, but if you want to do more damage, putting those aside, Doomguard, not Demo Doomguard, Ritual of Doom Doomguard is actually busted again in a good way. We're going to talk about it briefly here and then show a snippet clip from stream, but it's pretty insane. Probably going to get nerfed, but it's pretty good. So I was sent this log earlier during stream, and somebody asked, hey, how did somebody actually get Doombolt as a part of their damage breakdown playing Affliction? I sent it earlier, like an hour into stream, and I'm like, I don't know. There's been some weird bugs with like Diabolist ritual cycling and stuff, but Doomguard's not part of Diabolist. And I pulled it up and realized pretty quickly that it's not Doomguard from Demonology. This is Ritual of Doom Doomguard. It's casting Doombolts for 400k. So this is also a rank 1 parse, to clarify. Nexus Princess, rank 1 from Arc. Also another parse here from Nox, who put up, I think, a bit more damage when it came to like raw Doomguard damage. They both play Doomguard here. This was a thing. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm not editing that out. This was a thing in Shadowlands at the very start. Doomguard was just scaling an insane amount, doing a lot of damage. It was crushing. For those that don't know, it also applies Doom, which is a dot. Doesn't do a whole lot, but Doombolt does. Average cast of 412k. When this thing crits, it hits for about 1 million. For those that don't know, so Doomguard is this. It is Ritual of Doom. Hello. It is Ritual of Doom from your spell book. It takes you and 4 other casters, or well, players, to summon this thing. It's an hour cooldown. One of y'all will die when everybody clicks it, so soul slowing yourself. Then you have to subjugate it, and it lasts for 10 minutes per subjugation, but you can subjugate it over and over and over. Now, the thing is, if you die, it despawns. If this breaks mid-combat when the 10 minutes ends, you have to resubjugate it. But the damage it puts out is pretty wild. Now, we did test this in game. You used to be able to go to Caverns of Time in the dungeon end time and click the little hourglass at the end and reset Ritual of Doom's cooldown. It's an hour cooldown whenever you pop it. That does not work anymore. However, if you want to do some big damage, this is probably going to be hotfixed by Monday, honestly. It's already out there. It wasn't really known until today. Now it's gonna be known, but I mean, there's no point in hiding it if it's in logs already. This person wants to do something. All right, here's a tyrant for you. If you want to have some fun, here's a clip from stream of us summoning it and stuff. It's pretty insane. If you want to parse, honestly, you can do it as Demo or Destro or Af. It doesn't matter. If you summon it though, tell your raid not to hit it, because it dies in one shot basically. But the thing crushes. It hits for about as much as my Raptures do when it crits. It's pretty wild. It's gonna get nerfed, but hey, we sandbagged it long enough. All right, we're gonna ritual. Click it. Whenever he spawns, let me enslave the thing so we can see what this looks like. Where is he? Got him. Got him. All right. For my stake, your sacrifice won't be in vain. Toy box. Turnip. All right, we're going to open up here, boys. We're going to open up. We're going to open up. Pull 20. Get ready to juice. Here we go. Get ready to juice, boys. Here we go. Get ready to juice up. Get ready to juice up. What am I playing? Soul Harvest single target. Let's go. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. 4 Warlocks, 1 Shaman. Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
4.
Let's do it.
2, 1.
I think he's hitting pretty hard. I think he's crushing. I think he's crushing right now. What's he hitting for? It's hitting for 400k. I think he's hitting pretty hard. I mean, I am sort of geared in my opener, but like, let's see, he's hitting for 400k non-crits. It's 400k non-crits, dude. Oh, the Doomguard's back. This is like Shadowlands. All right, we sandbag long enough, chat. Time to rip it. We sandbag long enough. The Doomguard's back, boys. The Doomguard's back. He's back. He's back. The Caverns of Time tech is back. Let's go. Where's he at? Dude, look at it. Where, look at him go. Look at him. Look at him go. He's about to overtake Rapture. Dude, the Doomguard is juiced, man. Holy cow. He's back. He's back. He's juiced. He's juiced. Holy cow. He's yeah, dude, this is wild. That's insane. He's 15% of my damage or whatever, like 11%? No, 14%. He crit for over 1 million. That's like my Rapture hit. That's wild. That's insane. Dude, this guy's juiced. Look at him go. He's juiced. Look at him. He's still going. Dude, we are a dynamic duo right here. So thanks for watching, guys. It wraps it up, and hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully you're excited about the buffs, and hopefully the Doomguard stuff is something you might like or enjoy. I don't think it'll last past Tuesday. Chances are high Blizz sees. I mean, they probably might be aware of it already. There are logs out there with it regardless at this point, and when it was this way last time, it got nerfed pretty fast. But we are closer to the race launching, and depending where it goes, it might last a few days. If you're looking to parse the weekend to have a good time, I doubt they change anything over the weekend, so feel free to do it. Once again, if it dies in raid, in between that hour-long cooldown, it's gone for an hour. So if you guys want any Week Wars add-ons, links to Twitch and Discord, as well as my website down below, all three, where you can get them all for free. At the same time, a massive shout out to my patrons, like every time, for all support on Patreon. I'll thank you all a million times. Like always, I greatly appreciate all support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you look at supporting on Patreon, should be a link up here, as well as down below in the video description. Like I said at the start, I'm flying out to Cali tomorrow for the Race to World First, for Team Liquid and all that, casting that event again. Very excited for it. I'll be back home probably in a week and a half or so, but I'll be streaming from there regardless. The guild is raiding Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so that'll be that. I don't know what we're in for. It's probably a one lock tier for most fights, barring it being Silken Court, but it'll be fun. Thank y'all for all the support. Much love once again. I'll talk to y'all again soon. Yee.